Welcome back to Sonic Generations. We're now in part 8 and we've wrapped up the Dreamcast era of the game, and now we've got another one of these challenge and boss parts. Because we know this game's challenges are oh so riveting and I can't wait to play more of them. They always have some sort of dumb filler text that the characters say when you free them, and
they don't even get the characters to voice them.
I think there's actually an achievement for talking to them, or all of them. Really, is that necessary? Because I really don't care about what they have to say.
It's the achievement called Time Waster.
Time Eater.
Oh, we've just eaten all that time and you're never getting it back.
Yeah. This particular mission, Drill Baby Drill, that's what it's actually called.
It's going to be the same sort of thing with Knuckles.
Nah. This is using the Stomp attack to drill through boxes.
Oh, right.
And I'm glad they sort of thought outside the box with this one. In case the game's own pun wasn't cringy enough. But what's going to be super jarring here is we start with the going down section and then it will transition to just flat. I love it.
As soon as you said it, all flat.
Okay, Sonic, enough running.
It's like, this is quite good. Smack!
Yeah. Now, this particular mission, I quite like what they're going for here. The frame rate really takes a hit when you jump through loads of boxes at once. And the reason for that is that it animates every single box breaking, and when you've got 20 of them breaking on screen at once, it's quite a lot for the system to be handling. I did end up having pretty much the entire mission memorised for where all the bombs are after probably about 20 attempts at this. Just because I wanted it to be perfect, and I finally got it. But that particular section there is annoying because if you brush against one of these sort of tilted platforms, it just pushes you right over into the spikes.
Yeah. At the start, it looked like you were just going down a massive game of Tetris. You got to a bit of Space Invader section.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and then it just carried on going.
Sonic Tetris, I'll be down for that. Granted, I'll be down for any Tetris because Tetris is my favourite game in general. Outside of the more in-depth stuff. If you're talking puzzle games and shit. No Shadow, we'll be coming to you later, mate. But if we're taking in terms of simplistic games, out of all of them, Space Invaders, Tetris, Pong, all that sort of stuff, Tetris is basically perfect, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to go find us a city escape level, and we're doing the Cream the Rabbit one. The gimmick here is you only get the rings that Cream gives you, which, given I'm getting a perfect run here, that's not really an issue, although what it does mean is you have to kind of conserve your boost, because you don't get the rings to refill your boost like you do in the main levels. But yeah, you just press Y to get another ring. You start off with one, so ultimately I think I'm only going to take one more just to refill my boost later on, but it does mean we're going to very slowly sort of fall down this road here.
Flippin' heck. Cream's fast.
Yeah, Cream, she's got the sidekick character trait right now of just being basically attached to the protagonist player, hasn't she?
It's she's barely even flapping her ears, and she's still managing to keep up with it.
You know what the answer is? Magnets.
Yeah. I just assumed that Cream was actually some omnipotent character in this world, but she just doesn't bother trying.
Fucking flying bunnies, this is how they work.
This is all in a day's work for Cream. Yeah. She's way faster than this normally. She's I have to slow down for Sonic.
She's just you know what, I just let them think they're important.
Yeah. So the thing is, we joke about this, but she's OP as fuck in Sonic Advance 2. Because, have you ever played that game, you guys?
No. Nah.
Well, basically her attack is she sends Cheese to attack the enemy. And he's invincible, basically. You just press B whenever there's an enemy on screen and he will lock on and kill it. Regardless of what it is. As far as I recall, you can choose the final boss with it. And I would like to imagine that is why they called him Cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. It's just so weird that this really pathetic looking character is just OP like that.
So you've got the fastest being in the universe and the ultimate hitman, basically.
Yeah, and it's a fucking 6-year-old rabbit.
6-year-old rabbit and some blue thing. There's no other way to describe it except blue thing. What is it?
Well, to be fair, you could say the same about Sonic.
Yeah, but at least you can say blue hedgehog.
I get you.
What's a chow?
Anyway, do you want to take a guess what mission we're doing for Seaside Hill?
Wait, did that say Rouge the Tempest?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Have you not seen this mission?
I haven't.
Oh, this is like one of the most infamous missions of the whole game.
I think I heard Yahtzee mention it in his Sonic Generations.
I think he did, yeah.
Saying, like, she flashes her tits at them, but...
He's not really exaggerating there. What's going to happen? These robots, these are the one type of robot in the game that are completely invincible unless you get Rouge to charm them. And then you can attack them.
What?
This is how you beat the level. You get Rouge to flirt with the robots. It's like, I've seen this boss so many times now, and every time I see it, it's like, this is an actual idea they had and followed through with.
I want to know why Eggman gave these robots sentience. To cause them to be able to be flirted with.
We got, like, Eggman, like, these like Eggman's fucking sex bots or some shit.
It's like, he seems to create robots that have artificial intelligence and that backfires on him. Example, Cubot and Orbot. They take the piss out of it.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I'm trying to comprehend like words to put together to like explain this, and they're just not coming to me.
It's the fact that the robots start waving their arms in the air like, take me.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, sexy bat. I want the bat.
I don't even want that sentence to be a thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gameplay wise, it's a little bit finicky to get like lined up with the robot because Rouge sort of goes a little way in front of you, and if you're trying to aim, it doesn't always go down too well.
It's like she's shooting out a beam of heart.
Well, that is exactly what she's doing here, really. But yeah, once you've done that, you can just get your way up to the goal ring and jobs are good. So yeah, those were the challenges that we were going to show off. I think overall they're some of the less offensive challenges. Like I like the box one overall. Like once I got it memorised, it was fun to kind of just speed through it. The cheese one, it's pretty much city escape but without taking a hit, which like fair enough, nothing special there. And that was probably the weakest of the three, the lusty robots. And it's just making me think, I don't know if you guys have seen the preview for Detroit Beyond Human, the new PS4 Quantic Dream game, but that's one of David Cage's things about like androids, and given his writing style, I know there's going to be a robot sex scene. Like, I can just call it. But now we get onto our boss fight against Shadow, and I'm glad they have this boss. It's like the one thing we think of from this era, and it is like the Sonic versus Shadow rivalry. It's
more enjoyable than the Metal Sonic battle.
Yeah, I think this boss was better in SA2 overall. But this one is quite a bit more gimmicky.
But it looks so much better.
Well, we do get a continuity error here of, at this point in the game when they had this fight, the moon had already been blown in half.
Oh.
I don't think that really matters, honestly.
Well, no, according to Azuka, we're just seeing the other side of the moon. God, I love that guy. Like, he's pulled some absolute bullshit in his time, but I fucking love that guy.
Can't you like mod this to have like Mega Man? Haven't someone?
Yeah,
there's some
changed it to Mega Man X and Zero.
Yeah, that was cool. There's loads of Generations mods. Ever since Lost World got ported to PC as well, there's like been some wacky Lost World mods as well. Like, I've seen one that my mate Speed was showing off on his stream a while back, which was a mod of Lost World where you play as Jimmy Neutron for some reason. And there's also one that I've seen where someone's modded in a playable 3D model of a cock. Just because, of course. I'm glad like Lost World modding community's really taking itself seriously. But in terms of the gameplay here, what you got to do is you pick up that purple thing twice when you're running along, and then you just sort of ram these rocks into him and then tailgate him at the end. Just boost into him. I do like that Shadow's got the boost now. It kind of keeps him on par with Sonic, and it makes me think, if they can have him like this, could he not be playable at all? Like, if they're happy to give him the boost, like to make him on, like give him parity with Sonic, that would be a possibility.
Would have been nice to have like an unlockable option after the game where like you could switch between Shadow or Silver.
Kind of if it had a thing like Black Knight, you know, like where once you've beat the main portion of the game, you can start switching characters around. That would be cool, I think. Granted, I think in Black Knight it only works for certain levels, and Sonic's the best character to play as in that game. But still. We've got all the keys, so we've got our Dreamcast era boss, and it's no spoiler, it's Perfect Chaos.
It's a good fight.
It is. It's more of a level than a fight, really, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit.
This one, it's another level. It's another boss that took me quite a few attempts to get down, because the final phase of it can, like, if the platforms don't line up properly, it can screw you over.
Yeah.
I am going to finish with more than one ring this time. If you remember our Sonic Adventure playthrough where I just had one ring left and was close to death.
Yeah, but that's how you finish a boss.
Yeah, clutch as all fuck.
Yes. Perfect Chaos looks so cool in this.
He does. This is, as far as I understand, this is what they originally intended Perfect Chaos to look like in SA1, but the Dreamcast just couldn't pull off having the sort of outer shell around him. But I think I recall in the opening cutscene, I believe it had more of these sort of scales of SA1, so it does kind of add up for that to be the case.
Doesn't even need to be Supersonic anymore too.
Well, no, he's got the Sonic Boost, which kind of does what Supersonic did, you know, of having the sort of aura around him that gives him more power.
Essentially, modern Sonic is now as strong as Adventure Series Supersonic.
Yeah, plus he doesn't need the constant supply of rings too, which is always a plus side.
I forgot you can unlock a Supersonic in this game, right?
Yeah, you can, and you just get 50 rings and then hold X to win the level.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I think there are a couple of exceptions, where he can't get through properly and shit, but for the most part, it's just get 50 rings, hold down X, and you've won the level. And
Perfect Chaos can create water tornadoes.
yeah, I think you could do that in the original though, couldn't he?
I can't remember correctly.
Yeah, you used these sort of vertical ones that you just sort of push you back as you get quite close to them, and they were really annoying, although it was the laser attack that was more likely to hit you, if I recall correctly. And given we're at this, I think there's one sort of debate, I guess, that whenever we talk about the adventure games, or whenever I talk about the adventure games with people, I kind of have to bring up overall. Stephen, Adventure 1 or Adventure 2, which do you prefer?
Adventure 2, I'm going to go with that. Just because Big the Cat was such a big killer in Adventure 1.
Good man. Chris, what would you say?
To be honest, I really did enjoy Adventure 1. I'll probably say that, except for Big the Cat.
Shut up.
But I know you're a massive 2 fan, but they're both brilliant.
They are both fantastic games, and I will say that from a gameplay perspective overall, Sonic controls better in Adventure 1. The spin dash, when you use that well, you can clear so much, and there's so many different parts of the level design that cater to it really well. It's just I sort of got more love for the general atmosphere and feel of Adventure 2.
Yeah.
It's grimdark, it's edgy, but it works. And everyone takes the piss out of Shadow the Hedgehog for being grimdark and edgy. Let's not forget that Adventure 2 had an execution speech at one point.
Yep.
I love it.
The fact that Amy was in that cell.
Yeah. Well, that was Sonic in the cell. It was Amy.
Oh, yeah.
Amy came and broke him out, and that's like the highlight of the like hero story, because then you get the 2 Sonic stages in a row, don't you? Time Eater, you can kind of stop now, mate. Like, we know you're there. It's fine.
Those things have come in handy in the past.
Yeah, we're bringing Carla back. Oh, yeah, that guy's still here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just ignore the sort of interdimensional being that just comes and eats stuff occasionally.
Yeah, just ignore the purple fart destroying space and time.
He's our pet.
He's just a bit cranky right now.
Yeah.
You guys have your work cut out for you.
It's like, he just looks like gas. I imagine that's what Mega Wheezing looked like.
Pretty much, yeah. But that was the Dreamcast era. Join us next time where we'll be going into the modern era with Crisis City. We'll see you then.